Let's look at this question. Exactly 100 students attempted a test which had two parts, part A and part B. Each part of the test has a different cutoff mark, and the test also has a total cutoff mark. Okay. Any student is said to have cleared the cutoff of a part of a test only if his score in that part is greater than or equal to the cutoff mark of that part. Okay. Any student is said to have cleared the test only if he cleared the cutoff in both the parts and his total score in the test is greater than or equal to the total cutoff mark. Any student who scored less than any of the three cutoff marks is said to have failed the test. Okay. The following information is known about the number of students who cleared the cutoff in each part of the test. Now, when you read through this, there are three parameters that a person has to meet in order to be declared passed in the test. So, what you do is you create a Venn diagram, part A, part B, and total. This is A, this is B, and this is total. Now, the people who are passed are who are clearing all three cutoffs. So, let these be X. Wonderful. And everybody else is failing. Let's go read the instructions now. The number of students who cleared the cutoff in part A is one third the number of students who failed the test. There are total of 100 students. X people are passing. So the two people who are failing are 100 minus X, and one third of this is A. You record that here. Okay. The number of students who did not clear the cutoff only in part B. People who did not clear the cutoff only in part B is this region, is same as the number of students who cleared only the total cutoff. So this region, so if this is Y, this is also Y. Okay. The number of students who did not clear the cutoff only in part A is 30 less than number of students who did not clear exactly two of the three cutoffs. Now this is the kind of statement that I don't like recording right at the beginning because it talks of multiple regions. I don't have variables there, so I will come back to this third statement and take care of it later. Let's get to part 4. The number of students who cleared cutoff only in part B is 2 times the number of students who did not clear the cutoff only in part A. Only in part B is this region, and did not clear the cutoff only in part A is this region. So if this is Z, this should be 2Z. If you also notice, I write the variables right at the corner so that finally when I do write the numbers, there is adequate space left. Okay. Exactly 34 students cleared at least two of the three cutoffs. So these four regions add up to 34. Okay, I'll do that. And exactly 87 students failed the test. This is wonderful piece of information. If 87 students failed the test and there were a total of 100 students, 13 students passed the test. If 13 students passed the test, 100 minus 13 is 87, 87 by 3. There are 29 people in it. There are 29 people in it. This can also be deduced. Now exactly 34 students cleared at least two of the three cutoffs. I don't know what this is, but I'd have to write it as A now. And therefore this region here in set A will now become 29 minus 13, 16. 16 minus A minus Y. This is people who have passed the cutoff only in part A. Okay. Then they tell me the number of students who did not clear any of the cutoffs is 6 more than the number of students who cleared all the three cutoffs. Students who cleared all the three cutoffs is 30. So people who did not clear any of the three cutoffs should be 90. This is also known. Now I have this X is no longer a variable for me. X is no longer a variable. I have three variables, Z, Y, and A. Z, Y, and A. Okay. Let me work with Z, Y, and A. First thing I know is there are 13 people here. Why do I care about 13? There are 29 people in set A. There are 19 people here, and there is 3Z plus Y left. So 19 plus 29 plus 3Z plus Y is equal to 100, or you can infer 3Z plus Y is equal to 52. You've got one equation in Z and Y. Okay. Now remember the thing that we had not taken care of earlier. Let's go back to that. The number of students who did not clear the cutoff only in part A. So this Z is 30 less than the number of students who did not clear exactly two of the three cutoffs. Exactly two of the three cutoffs would be this region, and this region. So these three regions I add up and subtract 30 from them. So I get 16 minus A minus Y plus let me work. Where do I go? Plus Y plus 2Z minus 30. Okay, I've got this now. So Z is equal to this Y and this Y will cancel. I have 2Z minus A minus 30. Sorry, minus 30 plus 16. 2Z minus A minus 30. Or I should have simply written it as A. Or if I take these to the other side, I will get A plus 14 is equal to Z. Minus 30 plus 16 will give me 14. I'm taking them to the left hand side and Z to the right hand side. I have one equation in A and Z also now. Okay. The last thing that we haven't taken care of so far is exactly 34 students cleared at least two of the three cutoffs. 13 out of them is already known. So A plus Y plus Z, these three regions should add up to give me 21. A plus Y plus Z is equal to 21. Now I know A to be A plus 14 to be Z, or A to be equal to Z minus 14. This is also the same thing. So I replace A with Z minus 14. I replace A with Z minus 14 here. So I would get 2Z plus Y is equal to 35. And this should be a clincher for me. If 2Z plus Y is equal to 35 and 3Z plus Y is equal to 52, look at this equation and this equation. The only thing changing on the LHS is one extra Z is coming in, and on account of that 17 is the increase in the sum. So you can reach the conclusion that Z is equal to 17. If Z is equal to 17, can you also reach the conclusion A is equal to 3 now? So this is 3. Now because A plus and 3Z plus Y is equal to 52. 3 into 17 is 51. Y should be equal to 1 and 1. This region should be 34, which is 2Z. Now the only region left is of people who cross the cutoff only in A. 16 minus A minus 1. So this should be 12 now. I have all the regions, I have all the numbers. Let me get to the individual questions. How many students did not clear exactly two of the three cutoffs? So they're talking of these people. So 12 plus 34 plus 1, answer should be 47. Next is, if the cutoff for part A was 20 and cutoff for part B was 10, what is the minimum number of students who would have scored at least 30 marks in the test? So people who have passed the cutoff in A and also in B would have definitely scored 30. So they're talking of these two regions. You have 3 people here, you have 13 people here. Therefore, at least 16 people have definitely scored 30. Let's look at question 3. What is the difference between the number of students who passed the test and the number of students who failed the test? This is a wonderful question because you did not need to solve all this to reach the answer here. You could have simply looked at this data point in the exam. 87 students failed the test. So 13 passed, 87 failed, 87 failed, 13 passed, so the difference will be 74. You did not need to make this entire Venn diagram to reach your answer here. You could have reached the answer only by reading point number 5. Why I'm stressing this is a lot of times people choose whether to attempt a question or not based on the first question of the set. Please at those times go through every individual subpart of the question. There might just be a freebie like this lying somewhere which will enable you to at least get 3 marks. Let's look at the last question. Which of the following is the highest? The number of students who cleared the cutoff in part A. This is 29. The number of students who cleared the cutoff in part B. 51 plus 16. This should be 67. The number of students who cleared the total cutoff. 13 plus 17 plus 2. So this should be 32. The number of students who did not clear any of the 3 cutoffs. That is 19. Among the 4, clearly this is the largest option. Therefore, answer choice B.